Welcome to Sports Geek Throwback. Here's your host, the sports geek himself, Sean Callanan.
G'day, I am Sean Callanan from Sports Geek, and welcome to Sports Geek Throwback, where I pick out the best bits from the Sports Geek podcast archive. For this week's Sports Geek Throwback, I go back to episode 342 with Martin Anayi, published back in August 2023. Martin Anayi is the CEO of United Rugby Championship and has been with the URC for 9 years. Remember, if you need help with your digital marketing or sponsorship teams, please get in touch. That is what we do in applying the digital to dollars process to help your team build revenue. In this throwback episode, Martin and I discuss attracting and engaging new fans across multiple markets. Remember, you can listen to the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com/342. I mean, other than, doing the player focus, what are you doing to seek out new fans? Because you've got that traditional rugby base of people who've grown up with the game and love the game. But how do you, what are some of the initiatives you're doing to attract, but maybe your sons or younger kids or the younger fans that aren't tuning into a TV broadcast, those kind of things? What are some of the things you're doing to attract new fans?
Yeah, you're right. I think you mentioned TV broadcast there, and that's quite an age-specific thing we found, right? It skews older, obviously. I think Gen Z and younger are watching sport. I mean, I know my kids love it, and they're absolutely obsessed with sport, almost to the point where I'm having to sort of get them to try and be involved in other things, right? Because It's so sort of pervasive here. The Premier League in England is very, very widely followed, obviously. Yep. But as I say, that word pervasive, it is almost everywhere that you look. There is something to do with football. And so other sports within the UK market in this instance needs to almost work harder to try and get that shelf space, to get the attention of those kids earlier. And it's everything. It's quite counterintuitive sometimes because it's physical. And my kids are into cards, trading card games. Okay, rugby doesn't have a trading card game. We need to be in that space. It's all the way through to the movement of that to a digital collectible. Again, rugby is not in that space. Formula One is. They'll gravitate towards that instead of rugby. But I think actually more broadly, and this is definitely seen within sport generally, is actually women. Women are not talked to in the right way about sport, and that's both women's sport, but also sort of traditional men's sport. And rugby, I think, is moving in a much better direction than most on that. We are seeing more female attendance at games. We're seeing those numbers start to equalise. And we were talking 80-20 before. Now they're starting to get more closer to parity, and that's so wide that the approach you need to take to generate a wider base that will come and support your teams, but also attend games, watch your content on social, and then ultimately either watch it on linear or subscribe to one of your paid broadcasters. Right? That's a long old journey. You've got to take care of your fan base at each stage of that. So what we set up is a women's leadership academy, because we thought actually we don't actually have a women's league yet. We want to try and look at that in the future. But we employ some amazing women, and they actually set up an academy to create more roles for women in sport. And our view is if we keep doing that and we start to really be influenced by that, then actually we're going to create great content for women from women. And so that's a really interesting kind of process we've embarked on, which we're very proud of. But the women within our business have led that from start to finish, and we've just completed our first intake, and it's really successful. So we'll carry on doing that and offering opportunities to women in rugby and within the URC to come in and sort of shake things up a bit.
If you like this Sports Geek Throwback episode, please check out the full episode at sportsgeekhq.com. Please share Sports Geek with your sports business colleagues. We appreciate you sharing. We love working with podcast listeners. Please get in touch so we can help your team. Go to sportsgeekhq.com/phone call. All Sports Geek episodes are available at sportsgeekhq.com and all podcast platforms.